Hi guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I came out to assess the damage after the last night's storm. It did storm pretty bad last night. It went rather quickly. It came and went rather quickly, but I knew it was going to be something out here that was either turned over, broken, or just blown clean across the yard. So it wasn't too bad. Just had a few plants that were turned over. I do have a few zucchini plants that have just snapped. The winds were really strong. Some of my squash, but nothing too bad. But I do have a lot planned today. I do have a few prior engagements that I will take care of, but I want to slide to the Glen Allen greenhouse today to, for one, I need more dirt because I do plan to put my watermelon in the grow bags and then let them just kind of branch out and trellis out on top of this fabric here. But I have about maybe 7 vines that I counted in this one pot, and I really want to try my hand at watermelon this year. So I'm a little nervous because I know they don't like to have their roots disturbed, but I need to get dirt so I can fill the grow bags for these. But then I also want to just see what other seedlings I can pick up, because I do have, like, for instance, this bed here. There are items in here, like there's onions around the border, but I feel like this bed is really bare. Like it's not full and I'm not using it to its fullest potential. I did put the squash here and I know it's going to get really big. There's some garlic over here. Again, onions around the border. There are strawberry runners that I did put in here and I'm just waiting for them to just see what they're going to do. That was an experiment. There, of course, asparagus all up in here and then onions through here. But I feel like I could still put more items in here. But for the most part, everything seems to be doing well. I don't really know what's going on with this cauliflower here, but I did see like a white head in the center of that. Some volunteer lettuce that came up. Well, my phone app told me it was lettuce. We're gonna see. And I just put my some peppers in here, which don't seem to be doing much of anything. So I do need to pick up some fertilizer while I'm there. Um, and just items that I either have not started planting or just to kind of see what else they have. I do want to also grab some cattle wire um, and stakes because I want to create um, my little archway here, and I want to have my grapevines there up on the deck, and I want those to cascade on the cattle wire over these crops. So we do need a cut, but it's been raining literally every single day this week. Um, but I wanted to give you guys a little update. Ooh, I have a little mini cucumber growing. Finally. I didn't think they were going to do anything. They just looked sad. And this white powdery mildew, no matter what I do, they all seem to just get it. So I just stopped fighting it and let it do what it do. These are also cucumbers. They're producing a lot of male flowers, what I'm presuming is male flowers, because I haven't seen any that look like females yet. Um, and I did just grab a few. Oh, and that's another thing I want to grab at the nursery too. I want to get more flowers, and I do want to put, like, I know I need to put more flowers in this bed where the squash is going to grow. Just more pollinators. Um, but everything seems to be doing well. Oh, quick update on this bed, y'all. Y'all remember at the beginning of the season when I first put these in as baby seedlings? And I was like, oh, this is my collard bed. Everything in here is collard greens. No. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are my collards. I have now learned these are broccoli. I've already harvested head from here, but they all had like a lot of side shoots. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's like one here, and then there's another one there. Um, on this one, I don't know if you can see it. One here, one there, and it's a lot of other small little side shoots in them. but those were broccoli. And then these were not even collards. These were freaking cauliflower. And I either, because I know I grew a lot of collards, cabbage, and broccoli and cauliflower myself from seed, but I also brought seedlings at the beginning of the season and I was waiting till the beds were built so we can put them in. And some kind of way, I don't even know how, because I kept the card um, that came in the seedling trays. I kept the card description of what each item was in them so that I would know what's what and where I'm putting it. Even in the bucket that I had broccoli and cauliflower, well, no, those were identified right. But I just felt like a lot was either mislabeled, um, or I just legit forgot. But to my surprise, that bed is not full of collards. I'm not mad because we eat all of the items that we're growing, but I did want a lot of collard greens, because again, I'm growing for myself, our family, and other family members. So I wanted to be able to have a plenty of harvest to really like spread out and give to everybody. But it's actually, even still with just having the 5 heads or 6, because there's one other one over there, we've actually been able to harvest every week. Good amounts too. Like I do plan to and do it again tomorrow. I feel like, and what I've learned, the more you harvest, the faster they grow. The more they grow bigger. They grow even more leaves, and they grow bigger. Well, I just said that, but yeah, the more you harvest, the more you it sparks something in them to produce even more. So I am harvesting pretty much every week, for the most part. Same with the kale. The kale has been thriving as well. Y'all see my little cabbage head? Sacrificial leaf on the bottom. I'm just leaving all that. Let the bugs have it. As long as they don't touch my heads, I don't even care. But yeah, the kale has been thriving. The broccoli, I have an abundance of broccoli. Um, my zucchini and my squash has been showing out this year. I may have had maybe 4 or 5 runs of the squash harvest already, and they're still producing. Again, they're all covered with the white fungus. I've been watering in the mornings, and I'm only getting the soil, but because I guess because of all the rain, the splatter that comes up, and then it's been raining at night, there's really nothing I can really do. So spraying it with neem oil, people say it helps temporarily because it comes right back. So I've just been leaving it. This bag, this will be the second or third zucchini that's been birthed from this one. I don't know, I just put that over there because I will save that. And oh, I have my little Q-tip because I did plan to hand pollinate, because we have a male flower open on this zucchini. Let me try to get as much pollen as I can. And then there is a female zucchini here that's open. So I want to just do this here. Help her out because I want to have a nice little production run. These ants. I will spray this bag because the ants are just too much and I don't want to attract aphids. I did also put oregano in a lot of the grow bags. Let me see. That bag. Yeah, I don't think I did that one. I did oregano to help, deter pests away. Not sure if it's really helping at all. Wait, what is this? Oh, that was a female one too, but it looks a little rotten. Ugh. We're still gonna just try. It's already producing, so why not? That looks disgusting. I really don't expect that one to do much, but it's already growing, so we'll see. Um, again, with the cucumbers, I don't really see much growth really outside. Ugh, these leaves look disgusting. It's mainly male flowers from what I could see. So, and I don't think I can hand pollinate these. So I just leave these alone and just let them do whatever. And I've just been cutting off the dead leaves as they turn brown. I really don't know what else to do, but I am going to fertilize because I think that's why a lot of my leaves are losing color and turning on me. Um, let's see, that's the elderberry and the thyme. I did harvest a lot of our herbs yesterday, like the basil, rosemary, mint, lavender, and another squash. It's been a good run so far. I do also plan to either see if I can go online and order larger hoops or hit Lowe's or maybe in the nursery when we go to get larger hoops for this bed because as you see, everything in here is for the most part outgrowing what's here to the point where it's too tight. I feel like they are being restricted. You see the leaves curling over and bunched together. Look at this broccoli head. Um, I do, let me see how big it is. It's not that big, but I do want to raise the hoops or get bigger hoops to allow them to kind of spread out a little bit more because this bed is packed. Oh, and then my palm trees have new sprouts that opened up. Again, the storm took baby girl down like 4 or 5 times, so I just leaned her up against this fence and she did produce more um, palm leaves as well. Oop, I don't want to break you. Let me just do this here. Oh man. But yeah, they were fried when I had them over in the corner where I originally had the hammock. Yes, they do like warm weather. However, they cannot handle that direct sunlight, not in our yard anyway. So we just improvised. And then back here, I never did get the seeds out. Here's another thing too. Um, a lot of people say, oh, when your crops bulk and they go to seed, oh, just let them go to seed and collect the seed, and you'll have seeds for the next season. But there's not a lot of videos on how to collect seeds. So I really had to go digging and try to figure out, all right, now that my onions have gone to seed, how the heck do I get them out? I took one and I tried to squeeze it and all that, but it didn't do it. So I said I was just going to cut the heads, let them dry out for a little bit, and then open up these little bulbs inside and the seeds will be in there. So some of them have already just dropped on their own. So I anticipate at some point a bunch of onions just being over here, but we'll see. And as you see, my tomatoes have started to do a little hand pollination there, but they've started sprouting slowly. Wherever there's flowers, I like to kind of tap to kind of push that pollen around and produce more. I learned that trick from somebody on one of y'all's videos, whether it be YouTube, TikTok, or something. But it seems to be working because the more I do it, the more production I see. So, hand pollination for the win. I did put basil in this bag here, and I want to say I had already put oregano in these ones. My bush beans, I don't know what's going on with my bush beans. I think they're being eaten because, for one, exhibit A, but they're producing a lot of leaves, but I do not see much fruit at all. These little ants. And I'm just waiting. I was able to get just 4 little beans at the beginning of the season when they were just baby seedlings, but that has been it. So the peppers seems to be doing pretty good. I do see a few trying to grow in there. So We'll just leave them be for now. I feel like I'm in a little jungle. Oh, let me also give y'all a rundown on this. So this is the elderberry bush, right? I need to weed horribly in here. But so I think the sun, we have direct sunlight here because all of our leaves are curling up. The sun is just too much for them. But in comparison to last year we did not develop any berries, but now this year I'm seeing where our berries are forming, but I feel like the sun is also frying those. So I don't really know what to do to help it. You can't really put a shade cloth on it because it's a freaking bush or tree, or I don't know. I feel like, look, summer hadn't even hit yet. Oh, that's the flowers. So summer hasn't even hit yet, and um, we're already experiencing this. So I feel like this summer I'm probably gonna lose all of the leaves. They're gonna just die off and burn to a crisp and just be hard and crunchy. But by fall, maybe they'll start producing actual berries that we could harvest and use for medicinal purposes. I don't know. What do y'all do for elderberry? It says it takes direct sunlight, but I don't think it can handle ours. Help us. Oh, one last thing I wanted to show. Oh, I do want to also see if we can get a second apple tree because apparently you need at least two to have the tree to pollinate. And we want to produce apples, so I'll be looking for a second apple tree. I cut these down yesterday because it was just a lot. And this is the lemon balm, lavender, sage. My chamomile never did a thing. I just don't know what happened, so I'm going to start those over. However, but I wanted y'all to see my grapes. Look at there. So I do want to put these on the grape, well, on the cattle wire when we get them because um, I saw Asia's grapevine and her trellis because I wanted to figure out what type of plant to put at the top to create that bushy shade that some of those items need. And her grapevine just looks so good on there. And I want to say she's yellow door urban homestead, and hers looks so good. So I just like, you know what? Let me just put my grapevine up there too and create that shade barrier because hers look really, really good. But I plan to, we've already started using the carrots that are growing in here. So I think there's only two left. So I plan to at some point just pull the last two out and then put the chamomile in here by itself and just see how it does. And then I may move it to the front deck because it only gets that direct sunlight in the morning, and the rest of the evening is pretty chill. The sunlight is back here, but we've been harvesting the mint, rosemary. Um, but yeah, at some point I'm redoing this, but the lamb's ear is finally starting to do good. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But I do need to put another weed barrier underneath because that looks terrible. And put like the little border to help when they come to cut the grass so they're not chopping up the actual fabric. Um, I did put peppers in here. This is garlic on this side. Then of course my carrots and my onions are over here. I probably need to add some fertilizer here too because I don't like the way or the color of the leaves in here. Still waiting on the potatoes to look like they're dying so that we can harvest those. Oh, but I did want to show y'all this mesh. I need to do it without the mesh. But we finally have, I don't know if you can see it, Brussels sprouts growing. They're all producing baby Brussels sprouts. I'm not even going to try. So I'm excited and to show you guys that I need to come back and do this with everything uncovered because this is just taken away from everything. But yeah, and our onions are bulbing. I'm excited. I want to get an actual true bulb that looks a decent size. And these are seedlings I still need to do something with. I've already given some to our neighbors, but and this is a bag of onions too. I started from seed. I don't know what to expect out of this. I thought they would be like those ones, but start small, I guess. And this is another squash plant and an onion. So yeah, today is what, May 31st, and this is our May update on the garden. And I will get back to y'all or record again when we hit the nursery and then when we put together the archway for these grow bags, put the watermelon in the ground, well, in the bags, and then he does want to put the elderberry in the ground. Where will we put it? Where there's like a little bit of sunlight, that direct sunlight that hits it, I have no idea. Um, and then we also still need to put that tree in the yard, in the ground too. We need to put that tree, but we also need to go ahead and get that second apple tree down too. So always a work in progress. But I shall keep you guys updated. Bye.